Jack Smith says he doesn't want you to be able to introduce evidence in your defense that maybe the January 6th attack was preventable, that police and others had engaged in some security failures, intelligence failures beforehand. Your reaction real quickly to the prosecutor's request today.
No, can you believe this? He's tried to defend Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of D.C., but he's tried to defend Nancy Pelosi, who did not do the job. We offered them, as you know, 10,000 troops or National Guard, whatever they wanted, before the event, because I knew it was going to be a very big event. And it wasn't my event. I went and showed up and made a speech. Right. We offered 10,000 people and more if necessary. And if they used 500 people, if they used 200 people, January 6th wouldn't have been January 6th. So can you imagine? This guy says, we don't want to introduce that. Well, that's a very big part of it. She was responsible for January 6th because she didn't take the security that we offered her. We offered her 10,000 troops. And, you had far fewer people than that. It was a very small group of people, relatively, compared to the people listening to the speech, which was, by the way, the largest number of people that I've ever spoken before. Nobody ever talks about that, John. They talk about the group that went down and peacefully and patriotically, as I said. As you know, they don't mention that either. That wasn't even brought up in the unselect committee. They didn't even use those words. They didn't say that I said the words peacefully and patriotically. This is a very dishonest group of people. And the deranged prosecutor, Jack Smith, he's a deranged human being, unattractive both inside and out. And you look at this guy, he doesn't want me to say that they turned down, and they turned it down in writing, by the way. And what happened is, as you know, the Unselect Committee deleted and threw out everything. They threw everything out, which would be illegal. If you ever did that in a court, a regular court, as a civilian, could you imagine somebody on the right, a Republican or somebody doing it? As you know, they deleted and threw out everything having to do with the hearings. Because a lot of bad things were said about Nancy Pelosi, a lot of bad things were said about a lot of people that they didn't want to get out to the public. So they threw out everything. They deleted everything. There is no information. There's nothing left. Well, it's like crazy. And the reason he doesn't want to do that is because they illegally destroyed everything. They destroyed all evidence. So he wants to do this because of the fact that they destroyed all evidence. They don't have the evidence anymore. And a lot of that evidence was pinpointing that Nancy Pelosi didn't take the troops. Days in advance, I said it. And I said it loud and clear. And they know I said it because I believe it was the mayor wrote a letter back that she doesn't want the troops.
Yeah, it's in writing.
But can you imagine a man saying, we're not allowed to bring the fact up that I offered 10,000 troops for January 6th?
Yeah.
Look, he's got a bad record. He's lost a lot of cases, and he loses them because he goes too far. He's a sick puppy.
Well, it's important to note the Capitol Police Chief, the former Chief Steve Sund, said on this show that January 6th was a preventable event had they gotten the intelligence and the resources that he had asked. You offered them. It just didn't happen. It's just an amazing thing. Sir, I want to turn to...
I offered them. It's true.
No, there's no doubt. It's in writing.